Now on to lesson 7. Okay, this might also be a difficult chapter. So the first thing it starts off is enclitics, which is a thing about accents. All it's saying is that there are some words, like moo, notice it doesn't have an accent, or su doesn't have an accent. There's some words like that where the word before it kind of takes its accent. But you don't really need to know that. So you can kind of glaze over this section of it. Okay, but this is important. Present indicative of me. So I am, he is, we are, that. And pretty much in every language, to be is irregular in form. So, yeah, you'll have to memorize these forms because they do come up a lot. Especially esteem comes up a lot. You'll notice like este, you can see the te there, that's similar to verbs. You can see seen, kind of like usin, that we're used to in verbs. Men, we're used to in verbs, but the other ones are new. So that's difficult. You have new endings here, and they are very common, so you do need to memorize them. And an important thing here to know is that because esteem is not an action verb, it doesn't have direct objects. Instead, it has a predicate nominative, which can either be a noun or an adjective. Okay, so I can say here, God is love. Love would be a noun there. Or here, the man is a prophet. A prophet is a noun. But both of those are in the nominative because they're the predicate nominative of the to be verb. We have the same thing in English. If I say I am he, I don't say I am him. Okay, he is our nominative form of the pronoun. And so after a to be verb, I am, we can't use a direct object. We can't use an accusative like him. We have to use a nominative, he. So Greek does the same thing. This is common language. But it can also be a adjective, which is what we get here. The sister is faithful. All of them are in the nominative. Okay, you don't need to worry about accents. The next section is on pronouns. So pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. So how it's being talked about here, and the most typical use of pronouns in Greek is just like we use them in English. So I, of me, for me, we, us, so on. You all, and he, she, and it. So those are the personal pronouns because they take the place generally of a person. So let's look at some examples here. So like here, we see the brothers and we speak to them. So there, to them is taking the place of brothers because you don't want to keep saying brothers. We see the brothers and we speak to the brothers. It flows more naturally to say to them. And that's how we use it in English as well. So the difference in English is Greek has all of the forms in their cases, like what we're used to with nouns and articles. Most of these are going to be different. You can see the oo for genitive, you can see the iota for the dative, the on in the genitive plural. As is the same as the feminine accusative plural, but many of these are new. Notice that the first plural, we and us, is the same exact as second person plural, you all. The difference is the eta and the upsilon before. The third person, he, she, and it, is all the same endings that we're used to. It's the same as the article, except it has os, like we're used to with nouns, and then over here we have avto. So there's no nu, like in teknon. So neuter follows more the article. To teknon. But no new endings, thankfully. It looks like a lot of forms, but there's no new endings. We talked about how they're used. The only other thing it kind of brings up is it is not necessary in Greek to use a pronoun to express the subject of the verb. We've already known this from previous chapters, but it's just highlighting it here. Like, I have to say in English, he sees, but in Greek you don't have to say avtos blepi. You can just say blepi. And because of the ending, you know that it's he sees. And then that brings us to the end. So, go enjoy.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Bible Toolbox. All of the resources mentioned in this episode are posted on our website, thebiblettoolbox.com. There you can also find out more information on how to give and support us. And we have loved all of the encouragement and feedback we've received from you. So thanks so much.